Living in a crowded dream, searching for the quiet that you need to breathe. Gave up on your sanity to hide behind your shadow, while you tried to take the sun down. Hearts don't ever change to gold, out there thinking that you'll win the world alone. No one ever told you that you'll have to fight for something, or you'll never learn to balance. It's too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror, 'cause it's only you that you have to lose. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running, but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence, you'll only learn when you crash and burn. A red light, oh, 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 a red light, Living in a crazy world, following the path that always twists and turns. Gave up on your sanity to hide behind the devil, 'cause you think you'll live forever. Say you're never getting old, out there thinking that you're in the world alone. No one ever told you that you have to live for something, or in the end you will be nothing. It's too cold standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you that you have to lose. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence for lonely love when you crash and burn. Red light, oh, red light, red light, red
The best way to avoid serious illness from COVID-19.
I'm getting higher, just thinking of us two. And if you're really out there, it's really you. Then what's the road that leads me to? If you're really out there, it's really you. Show me the road that leads me to all of your love, all of your love, all of your love, all of your love. spent a lifetime wondering about you, and I'm getting higher just thinking of us two. And if you're really out there, it's really you, then what's the road that leads me to? If you're really out there, it's really you, show me the road that leads me to all of your love, all of your love, all of your love, all of your love.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with a booming voice that emphasizes all the main
Dancing the fire, fire. I'd like to see how you move, darling. Oh, baby, please, it looks so flawless. Dancing the fire, fire. I'd like to see how you move, darling. Oh, baby, please, it looks so flawless. Wanna know all your secrets hiding. I wanna be by your life, yeah. And let me please you more than friends.
All right, we're gonna get started in just a little bit. Right after this song, I really picked a good copyright playlist.
For you.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with a booming voice that emphasizes all the main points. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
That part is super important.
Here's one with a booming voice.
I'm emphasizing everything.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance.
Word highlight.
Okay.
Only pay for what you
All right, so that was an amazing playlist that I found off of what do you call it? Spotify. Just because. Yeah. So give me a couple more minutes. One of my fans had just messaged me, so I just want to quickly message them back. Okay, cool. So, uh, all right, all right, all right. Hey, welcome to the stream and the chat. Mikester HD. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm gonna switch over right now. Hey, all right, guys. It is Marie Shadows of the Square Circle Podcast. Welcome to just a regular episode of me talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling and the New Japan Cup of 2022, and then also Bullet Club drama, because it seems like there's still a little bit of distension within Bullet Club in Japan. But yes, Mikester HD, welcome to the chat. Welcome here. So what we're really going to do is that we're going to go through night 1 and night 2. Taka's theme to me will be forever hilarious. Oh, yeah. It's a really funny theme. We're gonna go through the match card and then get into the drama in night 2, which happened earlier today, being the 6th. Currently over there in Japan is the 7th. And just for me being nice, I am going to be wishing Chase Owens a happy birthday. He is getting old, like the rest of us. But yes, today is his happy birthday. Today is his happy birthday. Yes, it is. This is why when it comes to live streaming, you can't really like go back and fucking edit unless after the fact. But yes, happy birthday to Chase. Chase is getting old. And yeah, if you guys want, make sure to at him on Twitter at Real Chase Owens and wish him a happy birthday. Just to be on like the friendly side, I just want to say he's a pain in the ass. That's it. That's it. I would say that he's a pain in the ass. But Yeah, Chase Owens is in the New Japan Cup. He fights Jado today, being the 7th over there in Japan. Unfortunately, even though I do wish him a happy birthday and say that he can probably be a pain in the ass sometimes, you know, I did not. Oh no, I did. I picked him to advance over Jado, and Jado, don't be upset with me. But I do think that Chase is going to get the victory over Jado, and then from there, I don't think he's gonna advance any further. But if you guys watch the previous episodes where I explained why I picked certain people and like did like hypothetical what ifs, I really would like to see Chase versus Tama, or Chase versus Loa. Did I do that too? I'm gonna have to bring up my my picture here to be like, what did I really do? Chase versus Jado is the sleeper of the tournament, calling it now. Yeah, I would think so. Let me see. I have off to the side. I have the brackets. Well, you know what? Let's do it all together. I can have multiple things up at once. That's the beauty of of this before we get into it. Hold on. Did I have nope. 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 Okay. I don't name anything, which I probably should name stuff. But let me see. Is it not in my Oh yes, and by the way, when this is on replay, just because I'm wearing a tank top doesn't mean anything. For some reason, it's hot in my house. It just finished raining. I live in New York City, and for some reason, it's really hot. So I'm like, hey, I need to cool down and stuff. Let me see. Do I want to show you that, or do I want to show you guys the other thing? Where is the other thing? I guess I'll just show you this instead. Let me move it over. Let me make it big so you guys can like see it, and then I'll hide it. Okay, so I would think, right? Because I had said that Chase goes over Jado, right? And then Chase is gonna defeat Tiger Mask, because why would Tiger Mask like go to the next round? But that's just me. And then after that, right? Chase would be here, and I said that Evo is gonna win against Taguchi, because again, Taguchi is not gonna go very far, and then we're gonna have Evo versus Tama. Tama needs to go over Evo to get back that victory. And then right here is where I was saying that. Oh yeah, okay. So it'll be interesting to see Loa here, and then we have Chase here. Oh well, you guys can't even see my cursor. Or can you? I love when I'm explaining something, I'm just like, oh wait, I get fucking distracted. Let me see if I can get the other photo up, because I think that's a better way of looking at it rather than what I'm doing. Because I don't want people to be confused and be like, oh, I don't understand. Is it this one? No. It's 16, really? And if anyone gets confused, just let me know. I tend to jump around a lot. And also today we are not going to be playing some New Japan Strong Spirits. There is no way that I'm going to be able to fit that in if I have to like cook dinner in like 2 hours. So I rather get New Japan stuff done, put it up as a podcast episode, and then go on my merry way of that. It's not a thing. Where is it? The one time where I'm like, hey, I want to show you guys like, how I did the whole New Japan Cup thing. This is like the last time I tried looking for the first time I ever tried doing New Japan, like the New Japan Cup to pick my winner. I couldn't find it in any of my notebooks. And then now I can't find the original thing. It's not going to be in here. Why did I click in here? Now I can't find the original. This is my life. This is my streamer life, guys. Make sure to hit that follow button so it can help me reach affiliate. It's not in here, is it? Nope, it's not in here. Well, while I'm looking for it, because I don't want you guys to be confused, tell me how your day was. I had already mentioned that mine is raining. It was raining. Okay, this is so weird. Oh, because it's a freaking PDF on the thing. It's a PDF, and then like did I save it? Great. Okay, so all right, so I didn't save it. Okay. And it's not gonna be in that thing, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Have no fear, guys. I found it. I know exactly what I'm looking for. So that way you guys don't be confused, especially if you cannot see my cursor. So yeah, this is a better way of doing it. I got it. I got you guys. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me just quickly fix this for you guys. But yes, at any time, just let me know about your day. Nope, that's not what I want. I want this. Okay, I guess you guys can see it just enough. So yeah, like I was saying before, that this is the document I used. Again, all credit goes to Chris Samsa at the Chris Samsa for the Sport of Pro Wrestling, that does this every single year. And I just decided to see what his version is and download it and just take a look at it. And like I was saying, that okay. Okay, and I was saying that on the right hand side of this, that I did some what ifs. So what if, like, Chase made it almost to like the quarterfinals, then what if Loa made it to the quarterfinals, or like Dingo as well? Like, there's a lot of turmoil and story that goes into all of this, and so yeah, and I definitely explained why in the other episodes why Tama needs to win this. Like, he really does need to win this. He is currently MIA from Tama's Island, but we know that he landed safely down in Japan, and he's going to start setting the world on fire. So basically that's what's gonna happen. So I was saying before that Chase versus Jado, I got Chase going over for that one. And then what if it's Chase versus Loa? And then, you know, we get maybe a combination of either Chase versus Tama or Loa versus Tama just because of story. And yeah, so that's the only reason why like I brought it up, because we were wishing Chase Owens a happy birthday, and then, you know, what I had picked. Which I'm probably gonna keep this up on my side just so that way we can go over like my picks and like the surprises and everything, because night one had some surprises, night two had some surprises, but yeah, I will reference that on the side. Um, we can take out this now, and then we could go back to just talking about Sema versus Taka Michinoku. Taka Michinoku? Taka Michinoku. So this is the first match that starts off round one on March 2nd, 2022. Sounds so weird. It really does. So we have Sema taking on Taka. This was a very interesting match. Very evenly paced, very these guys like knew each other no matter what, even though this was like their first time meeting ever since uh 2005. So, you know, they fought like they still knew each other. They still understood, like, you know, these were the moves that they would do to each other, and then they would counter it and then counter those. Um, we got a bunch of cross kicks. Taka with some submissions because Taka was working on Sema's neck just so that he can apply his submission. So when you work on a body part, it softens it up a little bit better and gives you the advantage, hopefully, of your opponent either tapping out or you getting a pinfall victory. Sema manages to get a rope break just as Taka was putting on some his headlock scissors on Sema to again very, you know, give him like pain towards his neck and stuff. After getting the rope break, there was a sliding lariat to Taka from Sema, and then Taka kicks out of the near falls that both of these guys do. And then the only way that Sema wins and advances to the next round is doing his Meteora attack from the top rope, which, you know, Taka did not kick out of that one. So, according to my predictions, I did say that for this match, Sema versus Taka, that Sema will go over. I do not know if Taka will be getting any victories anytime soon, just because I still feel he's in the doghouse for what happened. Yes, they brought him back, and, you know, it's a nice reunion. But after, you know, the stuff that happened, so, you know, I still think he's in the doghouse. That's why he did not advance to go any further than that. So after that match, we have. This is gonna take a while because they're not like, you know. So after that one, we have Hanma taking on Yoshihashi, who is one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions and also part of Chaos. His tag team partner does wrestle in night one. This one was a very interesting match only because I think that Honma got his, like, I'm not gonna say his first victory, but it feels like his first victory after, for, you know, quite a while that I've been watching him wrestle, where, like, you know, he doesn't really gain the victory. He's always the one losing and taking the pinfall whenever he's in like multi-man matches or single matches. So Honma really surprised everybody at the beginning of the year when he got the victory in Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 at the start of the year in January, over I guess Bullet Club at that point. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like go back and like yeah. So Hanma picked up the victory over Bullet Club. Yeah. So I think that after that, he has been putting on some really good, decent matches, which was surprising. Yoshihashi puts on some decent and good matches. I'm just not like fully committed behind Yoshihashi. I like watching him from afar more than anything, but Yoshihashi can definitely prove that he belongs in the ring. Like I don't have any doubts about that. It's just a matter of like, you know, um, me cheering him like I cheer like most of the guys. This one, like I said, was very decent. This was definitely a test of strength between both guys. Whether that was like an exchange of forearms, an exchange of chops, Hanma, trying 3 times to get that headbutt in, and on the 3rd time he finally got the headbutt in. So, 3rd time's the charm. That was like the whole entire story of that. Either way, Hanma fell victim to Yoshihashi's finisher, which is called Karma. And went for the pin, got the 1-2-3, and Yoshihashi advances in the New Japan Cup exactly the way that I have it here. Yeah. I said that Yoshihashi would be advancing, and that is what happened. The next match that we have for night 1 is this one. It is Nagata taking on Goto, and this was a really nice match to watch. I really enjoy watching Nagata wrestle in the ring, and I enjoy watching Goto wrestle in the ring. Goto has so much amazing wrestling ability, athletic ability, and just all around like really good. And obviously, he's the other half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and this match was super good. Nagata can definitely keep up with almost everybody, including the Young Lions, which is a very good thing, which I'll talk about for like night 2 when we get there. For this one, Nagata likes working on his opponent's arm because his finisher is an armbar. It's called the Nagata Lock number 2. But we could just call it the Nagata Lock anyway. So he works on Goto's arm from start to finish. This was another hard-hitting match. We have a top rope exploder that Nagata does to Goto, bringing him down to the mat. I'm just gonna read my notes from right here, just so that way I don't have to like keep looking over and stuff. So yeah. So after Nagata does that top rope exploder, he goes for the cover. Goto kicks out. Like, that's not stopping him. There is a rope break for Goto. Nagata releases the armbar that he put on Goto, and then in a very fast series of motion, Goto is able to tie up Nagata's legs into like a leg pin combination and use Nagata's weight against him in order to pick up the victory for the 1-2-3. It was a really good, evenly matched match for this one, and Goto is our winner to advance in the New Japan Cup, which I have Goto as my pick to advance. That's the one that I picked. So right now it's 3 for 3. And then we have Makabe versus Jeff Cobb. This is a no-brainer. It was a decent match. Jeff Cobb just throwing Makabe back first into the ring post, and then like steps on Makabe to further damage the lower back of Makabe. Some knees to the back, and then Makabe did manage to get in some shots too. But when you're working with Jeff Cobb, Like, you're not gonna get shit in, and nothing really hurts Cobb as much. So yeah. Jeff Cobb does tour the islands to Makabe, and that was an instant pick for me. I knew exactly that, Jeff Cobb was gonna go over in the New Japan Cup because he was given Makabe to fight. So Jeff Cobb is our winner, and he advances over to the next round. Hey, it's Switchblade GT. How are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by and, hearing me talk about all this. Our next matchup is Yano versus Taichi. Oh my God. This match. Okay? This match. First of all, fuck Yano. Okay? Like, I mean, look, if you want to change your name, you could change your name. It's up to you. I can't mess with Jay anymore. I mean, if you're talking about that whole back and forth thing on Twitter with you and the other gatekeeper, I felt so bad, man. I felt so bad for you. I was just like, this motherfucker is just going back and forth with you, and it's like, yo, do you not understand that, like, we as like the Islanders are not taking it as like, we're taking it seriously, but shit, just let us enjoy being fans and let us enjoy saying, JY this and JY that, right? Like, but it's up to you, man, if you want to switch your name and don't have Switchblade anymore. But you can't deny that that match between Jay White and Alex Shelley last night at Impact Sacrifice, that shit is money. Oh my God, of course it's money, but that shit is match of the year. Like, yeah, I know, dude. He thinks that he knows what's going on. He half the time he really doesn't. Like, he's so absorbed into the fact that, he has to use all the receipts, the things that Tama had said, and like throw it back in your face to be like, well, this is what's going down. And it's like, bro, like, it's okay to just play along with the Islanders that you see on Twitter just to, say this shit for fun, but yeah, I was really gonna jump in and be like, you guys are going back and forth for the stupidest things. The little things, You forgot about the firing squad, and I'm all for it. Yeah, like, I was gonna get into this whole thing. I miss Tama too, man. Like, I miss him. I miss him. Jay fucking broke him. Jay broke us. Like, that's why I remember tweeting out saying that don't believe the lies. Like, it was never about business. Everything that Jay White does is about it's personal. Everything that he wants, it's personal. It's not business. When he went after Okada and kept telling Okada, hey, do you think that the guys in Chaos can challenge you for that IWGP World Heavyweight Championship title? Like, yeah, that's personal. You have something that he wants. That's not a business thing. That's a personal thing, and if if Tama ever needs us, he knows that, like, we'll be there. Wherever Tama goes, we'll go too. There's a reason why I'm not really siding with Jay, and that is just because you don't stab family in the back like that, especially when they bring you in. And, sure, we could definitely make the argument. We could definitely make the argument that Jay decided to cut himself off of Tama and Bullet Club in a way, but it doesn't make any sense for why he would, not have it follow in the footsteps of, like, the Bullet Club leaders in the past. Like, that's what that Phoenix dude was saying, that that he decided to cut ties first before Tama was going to cut ties with him. Sure, we could definitely probably say, I'm supposed to be saving all this for like, part 2 of this, but fuck it. I would say that, yeah, you can make the argument that maybe in the future, Tama was probably going to cut out Jay anyway, but we don't know that. That's a really stupid assumption to make really early just because Jay decided to do it early for himself. If that makes sense, like his logic going back and forth with you was not like sensible. Because we're not fortune tellers. We're not able to like, tell you the future and whatnot. And even if we were able to tell you the future, we're not going to do that. We don't compromise story and kayfabe on here just to do that. Just so that we could be first. We didn't know any of this shit going down in the first place. We do not have any type of inside scoops. We can only make logical sense of the story for what's given to us and looking back to the past and being like, all right, cool. So this is how it happened. And then, going further, that's how like maybe it should have happened, could have happened. But I just think that personally, Jay just decided to cut himself away because it's a personal decision, because it was, all right, so let me go back up and read all of like Gary's stuff. Okay, so Gary says, I wonder who was the Chaos Mo. that fucking thing, man. That's gonna have to die. Okada knew Jay couldn't be trusted. Okada knew Jay couldn't be trusted. However, Okada allowed the things to happen because he allowed Jay to stay. That's how I see it. If he knew that Jay couldn't be trusted, he probably should have kicked him out ahead of time, so that way it could be a better matchup. But that's the wrong word I'm looking for. It could be a better thing, but that was Okada's fault. Oh, but he didn't care. Yeah. It's a no-brainer that Ishimori and Fale are siding with Tama. Yeah, I know Fale is. Fale, that's a given. Yeah, we didn't know. Yeah. I literally said that Tama hasn't kicked. Okay, hold on. Kicked anybody out except the Elite. That's true. Who deserved it? Yeah. Sorry about this Bullet Club talk. No, it's good, man. Eventually I was gonna get to Bullet Club talk. I just wanted to go down New Japan Cup whatnot, because night 2 was very, very interesting that I need to point out, some stuff for it. So let's save some more of the Bullet Club talk, and I'll just go quickly through night 1. So as you can see, we have Yano and Taichi up on the screen. Like I said before, fuck Yano. Just because, yeah, that's exactly why I want to get to today's Nuja Cups. Nuja Cups. My brain is going too fast. That's why I want to get this out of the way. And yeah, this one surprised me only because I had said that Yano was going to go over, because Yano cheats like a Bullet Club member. Okay? Yano cheats like a Bullet Club member. Yano is always doing something. He's always getting out of whatever predicament he's in. And no one is stopping this fucker. So it's like, oh, this is going to be a simple match. No, it was a good match, surprisingly. And I think that's part of like Taichi. But the thing that like got me was how it ended. Let me see. With Yano taking on Taichi's rippable pants, that Taichi only does when he has to do it. So Yano pulls off Taichi's rippable pants. Oh, that's pulled. Okay, so pulled off the Gato clutch. Does a kick out. And there's a powerful forearm that Yano. Oh, Taichi gives freaking Yano a powerful forearm that sort of knocks him out, but like apparently doesn't do shit. Oh no, it does. I'm sorry. Sometimes I write a little too fast. And Taichi ends up being the winner to advance to round 2 because I think with Yano pulling off the pants of Taichi angered Taichi, so Taichi gave Yano a really huge forearm that knocked him the fuck out, and basically wins 1, 2, 3. Taichi advances. That was not my pick. My pick was Yano just because of all of his tomfoolery shit. But what got me confused here in my notes is that I had, after I wrote advance, I put an arrow and I said, Taichi goes to the quarterfinals because Tenzan has a knee injury. So Tenzan is out of the New Japan Cup. So, that's what I got, confused about. Yeah. So the next one is probably my favorite match to watch. And it's definitely Tanahashi versus Yo. This was a very great, hopeful, light, angelic type of match. And I only use the word angelic because we know that Tanahashi is the light in this darkness as, we try to find a happier, life and time during COVID and then working through COVID protocols. So, Tanahashi is like one of the best to put it toward the forefront. This was a very good match. I think it felt more like a test for Yo going up against Tanahashi. And, again, we have Yo working on Tana's knee. We get, a dragon screw from Yo, and then, Tanahashi answers back with his own dragon screws. We get some combination strikes that somersault senton from the top rope that Tanahashi loves to do, the basement drop kick, and Tanahashi puts Yo in that amazing cloverleaf submission that he does. However, Yo goes to the ropes, grabs a rope break. My God. Yo continues to work on Tanahashi's knee and calf. Tanahashi manages to get a rope break so that way Yo can definitely release the calf crusher that he has. Twist and shout to Yo. A super kick to Tanahashi by Yo. And Tanahashi brings out that sling blade. However, the dragon suplex with the bridge pin combination is what leads Tanahashi to win against Yo and move on to the next round. And of course, I have Tanahashi moving on to the next round. Speaking of Bullet Club, we could talk about Bullet Club in this next picture. The only thing I want to talk about in Naito versus Yujiro is that the story behind it. So, Yujiro got me all of my feelings just because of this whole Bullet Club turmoil that I'm like, I need some answers. I need something. I need somebody to be a good guy so that way I know that maybe they're probably going to be on Tama's side or whatever the case may be. But then again, I should know better because you don't really trust Bullet Club like that. There's only certain people that I would trust, and it's obviously like Tama and Loa and Hikuleo and Fale. Who else? I could probably trust Jado. But everyone else I would have to have like a feeling out process and stuff like that and see what happens. Trying to think of anyone else I could probably trust. But that would be the main thing. I would have trusted Jay, but obviously, Jay does backstabbing stuff, so I wouldn't want that towards me. Just because I feel like if your usefulness outlives whatever he wants to do, that's it. You're going to the curb. So, I would just be easy with other people. However, Yujiro did say in his backstage comments that he wants a clean fight, and he wants to fight Naito one-on-one. So he comes out as, you know, the pimp of Bullet Club. And so, you know, I'm like, oh shit, he has his own his regular theme coming out. He's still repping Bullet Club per se, but he's out by himself. He has the gorgeous Peter with him. And you know, they do what they got to do in the match. It was fucking fantastic from start to finish. Well, not really start to finish. Shenanigans came in halfway through, where obviously the referee gets knocked out, and then you have Evil and Show coming in. Evil and Show, you know, are beating the shit out of Naito, and then Yujiro sees it, and Yujiro is all like, "No, guys, this is just for me. I want to beat Naito on my own, and I want to, do this the right way." So I was like, "Oh my god!" It got my heart. It pulled on my heartstrings, because I was like, "Oh man, this is so interesting." We have the inner conflict of, you know, Tama getting betrayed, everyone feeling the effects, and then, you know, when it comes to this tournament, like anything can happen. And I just thought that maybe, you know, some of the guys would turn over a new leaf per se. But no. Freaking Yujiro decides to low blow Naito, and then, you know, proceed to still have the shenanigans going on, and House of Torture really thought they had a one-up on Naito. But no, that's not the case, because Naito delivered his own low blow to Yujiro, picking up the 1-2-3. Why is Naito advancing to the next round? Why can't this New Japan Cup be filled with Bullet Club story? Because that's like the hottest storyline in professional wrestling right now. It's not whatever AEW is doing. It's not whatever MOW is doing. It's not what, well, I mean, Impact halfway, because they got Bullet Club over there. WWE still has the storyline with like Roman and Brock, and that's doing well. But this Bullet Club story is like the hottest shit going. And to have Naito advance, I picked Yujiro, and Yujiro is not going over, because how interesting would it have been if we had Yujiro versus Fale? A House of Torture member / Bullet Club member faces the Rogue General Fale. That's story, guys. Like, that is fucking story. I would have loved that. Like, I would have. But no, freaking Naito is moving on to the second round. And how is Naito going to survive against Fale? He's not. He got 2 bum knees. And, you know, I really do not want to see Okada versus Naito in the finals. It better not be Naito versus Okada. Because then I'm going to be like, what was the point of having Jay betray Tama if like you're just going to put the most reliable guys of the company in spots where it could be used for story building, where it could be used to bring light to new players and stuff like that, you know? Like, it bothers me sometimes. I really want this whole thing to be like Bullet Club story filled, because I think this would be a great way to attract new fans and teach them about New Japan Pro Wrestling and teach them about Bullet Club, and then maybe those fans can be subscribers to New Japan World, which, by the way, if you don't have a subscription to New Japan World, njpwworld.com is where you can get that. It's $8 a month, better than the WWE Network / Peacock. And, you know, they don't pay me to put that out there. I just love doing it because I do love the New Japan product. So head over to njpwworld.com to get your subscription the same way that I have it. But yeah, the story that was in here, man. Naito is going over to round 2. I don't know how he's going to face Fale. And by the way, the only reason why I say I don't know how he's going to face Fale is because I have Fale versus Tana. As much as I love Tanahashi, Tanahashi is not getting through the Rogue General. And that shouldn't happen because I got more story. Anyway, the last match for this one, and the only reason why I'm going through these very quickly is because I want to talk about Bullet Club stuff. This Okada versus El Desperado, man. It has not been talked about enough. This is okay. This has not been talked about enough. This is definitely match of the year. This was definitely hard hitting. This had a lot of story. For the first time, El Desperado looked like he was so calm in the ring, fighting against Okada as if like this was nothing, as if it was just like, all right, it's another match. And you could sort of tell that calm, cool, and collective prevails a little bit more. You could think clearer. You know what your next move is gonna be. You know how to counter him, and they were both countering each other. For the first like good chunk of this, El Desperado was in control of the match, and then Okada came back to be in control. Okada delivers beautiful drop kicks to El Desperado, and Desperado working on Okada's legs so that way he could set him up for his finisher called Numero Dos, and just a bunch of good stuff that came in here. Desperado chopped Okada so hard that his chest automatically like swelled up, and you could see the welts on it. However, Okada decides to do a drop kick can happen. However, that drop kick got countered with a dragon screw counter, and then that got countered into numero dos that El Desperado put on Okada. Okada got out of that in order to put the money clip in, and Desperado gets out of the money clip, and then we have the Pinche Loco that's done twice to Okada. Okada kicks out of that, and then Okada finally hits El Desperado with a landslide, follow up with the Rainmaker, and that's it. Okada gets the 1-2-3, advances to round 2, and I really need Okada to go the distance and definitely be in the finals and meet Tama in the finals. So that way, when Tama defeats Okada again, the first one wasn't just a fluke. The first one is basically like Tama could do this as a singles competitor. And now that Tama has been betrayed by Bullet Club and has went dark and wants to set the world ablaze, this is his redemption story. Whether or not you want to believe it is, but Tama really does need to go to the finals and maybe fight either Okada or fight Fale. Because now we get to talk about Bullet Club stuff, because I just fucking love just Bullet Club stuff right now. So hear me out, right? And Gary, if you're still in the chat, let me know. I don't know which one to put. Okay, I did not get the right freaking I didn't get the right thumbnails for this one. Okay, that's very bad. Only some of these are the right thumbnails. Great. What am I gonna do? I don't have the graphics. I have the graphics for 1, 2, 3. I only have the graphics for 3. And none of them are gonna prove my point. Okay, either way. I could still keep going on with what I was gonna say. Let me go back to okay, let's go back to this, right? Just because I get super excited when I talk about Bullet Club. You guys should know this. So yeah. I do think I need water sometime soon. Anyway, so night 2 the New Japan Cup had a series of regular matches mixed in with 3 New Japan Cup matches, which was Yuto, who is a young lion, taking on Hinare. That's part of the New Japan Cup. And obviously here I have Hinare going over. Yeah. Hinare goes over Yuto, which was a really fantastic match. Yuto was able to match Hinare's strength and power in this match, which was really, really good. The next New Japan Cup challenge was Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Riho. I know I mispronounced his name, but he is a young lion, and boy, did he give Zack Sabre Jr. like a run for his money that I've never seen. Like, he took advantage of Zack Sabre Jr. and he also like straight out the gate controlled the match because he was quick. He took Zack Sabre Jr. off his feet, off his game, and I was just really like surprised that happened. Other than that, the third New Japan Cup was between Bushi versus Ospreay. That was a very interesting match. The main takeaway is that almost all the referees went down. So weird. But nonetheless, Bushi gave it his all against Ospreay. However, I have Ospreay going over to the next round. So Ospreay, Hinare, and Zack Sabre Jr. were all of my picks that went on to round 2. Now, let's just quickly talk about the matches that night 2 of New Japan Pro Wrestling put on, which I'm gonna leave up this here. Maybe I should hold on. Let me see, because I want you guys to like really see what I'm talking about. Is it not? Oh, oops. Why doesn't that want to work? No. Can it not pick up Can it not pick up pictures? All right, that's so weird. I have to put it up on. Great. Give me a second here. Oh, but then you guys are not gonna see stuff. Oh yes, and by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, I am trying to reach Twitch affiliate. Your follow means everything to me, and it would definitely help me out in the long run. Just so that way I can, apply for it and stuff like that. Okay, so can I not move it? And I'm probably gonna say this like everywhere that I go. Oh, let me just. I feel like I'm teaching the class on New Japan just because of how excited I get. So yeah. So if you haven't like went back to go watch, I hate when I do that. I forget that I don't. I need to get that thing. So I hope you guys can like see it like nice and big on your side. But in my other videos, I did say that you know, I would like in the finals to have Fale versus Tama or Tama versus Okada. Like those two are great story um progressions that need to happen. Now that we have this inner turmoil of what side people are going to be on, you know, especially when, you know, Jay White is telling Gato that we are throwing up the Too Sweet sign rather than going under, right? Me, I already got used to like, all right, let's, you know, throw it under. Just because it's a little bit more different, it's a little bit more better. You want to establish yourselves away from NWO because, you know, lesson learned for me when I was at WWE, you can't defend Bullet Club. So, you know, because you can't defend Bullet Club at WWE, you know, let's stop going up just to go down. And I thought that was kind of interesting that Jay will want to, you know, throw it up now. I'm not sure if WWE would send them a cease and desist like they were sending to the Young Bucks, but you know, at the time, I think maybe in management, um, somebody was just getting really pissed off and maybe talking a lot of Vince's ear, and that's how they ended up getting, you know, the cease and desist for like all things NWO. But you know, why would you want to send a cease and desist to Jay White of all people? You know, it's you know, as long as Kevin Nash doesn't really like say anything because it is his say. But yeah, essentially, like you know, WWE did not like that I defended Bullet Club and I defended the Young Bucks at the time that I was there. Um, and so you know, I would defend professional wrestling no matter what. Okay, I would do it no matter what. In regards to you know which way they should throw it up, if Jay had a problem with you know always throwing it down, it didn't look like he had a problem with it. You know, he could have brought it up to Tama. All of this could have been avoided. It really could have been avoided. So when it comes to night 2 of the New Japan Cup and the regular matches, right? We had a regular match that had the team of Gato, El Phantasmo, and Chase taking on Tiger Mask, Hanma, and Makabe. Now these are just all right. That they're sort of previews of like what's gonna happen in like the other weeks with the New Japan Cup. So the team of Gato, El Phantasmo, and Chase Owens picked up the victory in this match. The interesting thing is that one, El Phantasmo has yet to use his super kick while he's over in Japan. If you guys do not know the story behind that, El Phantasmo had a metal plate in his boot, and for months, maybe for like maybe 2 years in a way, he would call the super kick like sudden death, and that's why he always get the wins. But you know, the other New Japan guys were like, "Yo, there's something iffy with that boot. Why is he getting like knockout blows? There has to be something in there." So they kind of build up to this state of finally revealing that there is a metal plate in El Phantasmo's boot, even though El Phantasmo's alibi is that over in Canada he would be super kicking maple trees and his heel is, you know, like stone, like rock. But no one was buying that, and you know, it finally was revealed that he has a metal plate in his boot, and that exposure destroyed him and had him gain another character layer. And so sometimes in matches when he's doing multi-man matches or tag matches, he sort of tunes up the band, but he doesn't deliver on it. Or he changes his mind and does another move rather than the super kick, or sometimes the person he's teaming with will have to pick up the slack, do their finisher, and then he's able to do something else if he's gonna be the one getting the pin in that match. So in this one, Everyone sees that El Phantasmo is tuning up the band. However, it takes a little bit too long. Chase comes in and does the V trigger to Hanma, picks up Hanma, does the package power driver, and then El Phantasmo goes to the top rope and does Thunder Kiss 86, which is basically a huge body splash from the top rope. And then El Phantasmo picks up the victory. And then you can see, you know, that's that thing of Chase going over to El Phantasmo and being like, hey, you know, why you didn't use it? For the past couple of weeks, his partners have been asking him, hey, why have you not been using a super kick, right? Like, why have you not been using the sudden death? And it's one of those things where it's beautifully crafted and how to progress your character and how to progress your own inner conflict with story, right? Because we all here to watch a story play out on television or a streaming service or something, and we want to be captivated. We want to be like, all right, we have empathy for you. We understand why you don't want to use it. We saw why you don't want to use it. You're exposed. And then sometimes people sort of equate, you know, their experiences with the wrestlers or the character's experience, and that's how you create a connection. Now, sometimes fans on Twitter don't understand that shit. I should say it as I was going to say it. Don't fucking understand that shit. For example, AEW Faithful. You guys don't understand what it means to have character layers and character growth, and this is why you get sometimes some what I would consider to be really crappy storytelling when I know that these guys can do better storytelling. But if all you're going to do is tell them, oh my God, you guys are so amazing. Oh my God, you guys are great. This is making me feel better. When you know it's sort of like shit, they're going to keep producing shit. If they don't end up getting a writer's room and try to prioritize, you know, the correct stories and make sure that this story has priority. This story is going to be the hottest thing they're talking about. Do not let up on momentum, because the moment you let up on the momentum in telling the story, you're going to lose people, whether that's hardcore fans or casual fans. Like, we're starting to see it break down, but, you know, there's a lot of gatekeeping in AEW, and this is not an AEW-focused podcast episode, live stream episode, but it's just to show you the difference, right? The difference is that El Phantasmo is such a great fucking wrestler and a great character that he has developed over the years to make you like him, make you hate him, and then now give him empathy and sympathy because he just been exposed. And a lot of people have been exposed anyway and have either felt that or even a part of that. And that is how you do character growth. That is how you do your story arc. So, dear fans of AEW, go support El Phantasmo and his character growth journey because it is very clever. He is a very smart and clever guy to do this shit. So, back to the point at hand. El Phantasmo is getting bombarded by, you know, members of Bullet Club over in Japan to be like, hey, why are you not using that super kick? I don't want to, like, pick up the slack for you. And El Phantasmo never really has, like, an actual answer to give them, which is totally okay. It's totally fine. It works towards his character. And it makes sense for him not to give them an actual answer. But this is what I'm going to be predicting. The more times that this happens, right? And you can feel it too. Because sometimes even in our own personal lives, if someone is always going to be attacking you for that one thing that you're not doing, you're going to feel some type of way. El Phantasmo is going to feel some type of way. He's going to feel like he's not valued and that, you know, nobody's going to take him seriously anymore. No one can trust him. What is that going to do? That is probably going to lead him to go side with Jay White. Just because he knows that Jay is not going to be doing the same thing, or probably his character hopes that Jay is not going to be doing the same thing. And so, yeah, I feel that the more times that the Bullet Club members in Japan, the more that they go to him to be like, hey, why are you not doing this? And if he doesn't have an answer, they're all going to, like, eventually turn their back on him and sort of make him feel like the odd man out. Because in professional wrestling, you need to really rely on your partners. You really need to rely on the other guys. And if they're not doing what they need to do, that's how accidents happen. That's how death happens. Like, you really have to work as a team and as a unit in order to like accomplish to get the victory or whatever the case may be. And if El Phantasmo is not pulling his weight in the specifics of not doing the sudden death or the super kick, they're definitely going to push him out by always attacking that one thing he's not doing. He's doing everything right. Back rakes, top rope moves, other moves, but him not hitting the super kick, everyone is going to be like, I can't trust you to help finish the match. I can't trust you to get the victory. So that's going to push him away. And eventually we might end up seeing him like in the States siding with Jay White. And if that happens, I think that's a nice cool down and a refresher for him. So that way his stats can grow here in the United States, because he has said multiple times that he wants to enter into the heavyweight department. New Japan Pro Wrestling has yet to give him that. So if New Japan Pro Wrestling is not going to give El Phantasmo what he wants, and if members of Bullet Club are going to be attacking El Phantasmo because he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, meaning super kicking everybody and getting the victory on matches that way rather than a different way, then that's going to lead him to probably get pushed, go to America, raise his value, raise his stock, and then New Japan will probably see this, and New Japan will be like, all right, let's see how well you do in a run for the heavyweight division. That's how I see it playing out. That's why for my pick, over here, as you can see, now that Will Ospreay has advanced to the second round, he will be fighting El Phantasmo, and this is where I think that it's going to be the make or break match. However, it's going to be breaking because I see Ospreay going over to the quarterfinals and El Phantasmo suffering a loss because he can't get out of his own head that he has been exposed about his finisher sudden death of the metal plate being in his boot. So that is what, I think is going to happen. And then also in that 6-man match, Chase and El Phantasmo were going to, well, they kind of did. They went under for the 2-sweet, and Gator was like, no, Jay wants it up. And they were like, going back and forth, exchanging words to be like, what do you mean, blah, blah, blah. But eventually they like complied to like have it up, right? Because, the last thing you want to is to cross Gato, but I don't think that's a powerful bridge to burn, so to speak. Even though it gets thrown around about, Gato being the booker and Jado being the booker as well. But, whatever it is. Yeah. So that was like the first weird, like, turmoil type of thing that happened. So, yeah. The second thing that happened is which, by the way, I have been streaming for an hour and a half. And I think now would be the appropriate time to take a break, take a little stretch break, get a little bit of water because I need water. And yeah, I really gotta stop switching when I'm live. So I will be right back, and you guys get to listen to some awesome music.
As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more, no review mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. You can't run, 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 run underwater. When we began, I craved your love. You pulled me under. You can't run, 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 run underwater. When we began, I craved your love. You pulled me under. I was there when the clouds parted. Do you remember the day we met? I walked the ocean. I remember the night you told me never to get too close. 'Cause your cold heart believed me, but believe me, believe me. Believe me, believe me. Can't run, 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 run underwater. When we began, I craved your love. You pulled me under. Can't run, 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 run underwater. When we began, I craved your love. You pulled me under. I was there when the clouds parted. Do you remember the day we met? I walked the ocean. I remember the night you told me never to get too close. 'Cause your cold heart believed me, but believe me, believe me.
I'm back. Hopefully, you guys had a nice little stretch break to get water. I got regular water here. Gonna take a sip. And we're just gonna continue. And the last part of this is going to be me talking about the tag match that happened for night 2. I will go over the whole entire cards in depth as regular podcast episodes, which you guys can hear over at anchor.fm/Square Circle Podcast, or over on the video side of things, so youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And then if you want to support the Ko-fi page, you guys can support the Ko-fi page, which you guys should do that. Ko-fi is just another way of supporting your favorite creator. And yeah, your favorite creator and stuff like that. So think of it like a Patreon, just better for creatives. And yeah. So we have a tag team match, the regular match during the New Japan Cup, which is the team of Bad Luck Fale teaming up with Taiji Ishimori, taking on United Empire's own Jeff Cobb and the Great Khan. Both Jeff Cobb, the Great Khan, and Bad Luck Fale are in the New Japan Cup anyway, but they decided to have a tag team match as a preview. That's what New Japan does whenever they're on the road and doing the New Japan Cup tour and stuff, right? So, Bad Luck Fale and Taiji are still part of Bullet Club. They are on the roster page. The only people that are not on the roster page is Tama and Loa, which fucking sucks. And I think that New Japan is in on it or was in on it, and then that happened. Because, you can't kick out like a founding member, okay? The last founding member of Bullet Club is Bad Luck Fale. I'm not even counting Carl anymore. Carl gave up his spot when him and Gallows decided to go to WWE. They gave up their spot in Bullet Club. That doesn't mean that they could come back and assume that they could get their spot back. Like, that makes no fucking sense. This whole thing makes no sense either way. And Jay doesn't have that power to kick out Tama like how the narrative is running all over Twitter, just because he's not like an OG. There wasn't like a console for this. The other times when Tama kicked out people, there was obviously. Now I can't talk because I'm going a little too fast. There was obviously, talk about it. Stuff didn't sit right, so there was like a console held. This was just Jay doing Jay White things. Like I had coined the term before. Jay White is Jay White things. Anyway, this tag match was a really interesting tag match. Just because I wouldn't mind seeing Fale versus Jeff Cobb sometime in the future. Taiji is great. Great Khan is great. The thing is that Fale hasn't said a word about this. But I think we're probably going to get some words once him and Thomas sort of like link up, maybe. So the way that I see it is that there's a reason why I put Fale versus Tama there as another type of story progression, is because Fale is an OG, Tama is an OG, Carl is an OG, and Finn Balor, Prince Devitt is an OG. That is what made up Bullet Club in the early beginnings of, what Bullet Club is or was. So I would think that Fale would definitely pull like Thomas to the side and be like, what the fuck happened, right? Because obviously a leader would do that, or even an OG would be like, yo, what is happening? And then I would think for story progression, Tama will say what he says. And, obviously Tama's going to make it right. But I think in order to get that rite of passage back, right? Because again, Fale is an OG. So whatever he does, like, it should go through. Like, Jay is off doing stupid things while, like, you have an OG over here and you just cross the line with that. And to have Fale versus Tama in the finals, that would be sort of Tama's test to see if he could try to get back what he lost, which he lost a lot. And that would also bring Loa back in too as well. That's why I think it'll be a very powerful story to have Fale versus Tama just for story purposes. And I'm trying to find the right words to like really word this and really break it down, because I think it's a very powerful story where you still have an OG. Apparently the other one got kicked out, and you have to see if they are still tough enough and they still want to be part of Bullet Club like that. Even though Thomas says that he can't trust anybody and he has been betrayed by Bullet Club. Well, you know, with having family like Fale and Hikuleo, that those are the only ones that you could trust, along with Loa. You know, they could trust the other people that are going to be with them on their side when this whole thing breaks down. But like for basics and like fundamentals, it's going to be that. Did someone put a new message? No one put a new message. To have Tama versus Okada in the finals. That's because, you know, again, Tama has that one victory over Okada. If he gets another victory over Okada, that means that he is definitely the next person to carry that IWGP World Heavyweight Championship title, and that will destroy Jay. Excuse me. That would destroy Jay only because, you know, of course, Jay got a victory over Okada. Cool. Now that Tama has the victory over Okada, you know, especially to get it twice, that's gonna bother Jay. And like I said, everything that Jay did is personal. None of it is business. And then, yeah, with Fale and Tama, just to go back to that, you know, there's a huge culture in like just Tongan and New Zealand and the way that they like see things, especially when they form, you know, groups and brotherhoods and bonds. You know, I would think that they'll get it back to the fundamentals and the foundation of like, just because someone else that has no authority tries to kick out someone that does, they will go through like a trial. They will go through a test. And I really think that that will showcase that Tama has always been great as a singles competitor and always been great as the unofficial leader of Bullet Club, because it takes a lot to recruit people. It takes a lot to bring people in to make sure that they're not going to stab you in the back like 2 days later after you bring them in, right? Like, you know. And then, you know, Tama never really brought in anybody that made, you know, a name off of his name. They made a name for themselves as Bullet Club member, but they don't make a name for themselves by attaching themselves to Tama. And that's the one difference when it comes to the whole Jay White and Good Brothers situation. The Good Brothers aren't making a name for themselves off of the Bullet Club name. They're making a name for themselves and trying to stay relevant by attaching themselves to Jay White. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, I hope that Jay sees that. Like, they're banking off of his name. They're not banking off of Bullet Club. We know that they're ex-members of Bullet Club, so why would you want to go back to something that you said that you wanted to destroy? They said that if they defeat G.O.D., Bullet Club dies with them. But yet that you're still repping Bullet Club. It makes no sense. This is why the story is a little convoluted, and I'm trying to figure out logical ways to like explain it to you guys. And this, I think that this reset, because this is a reset. Like, if you're going to betray one of the hardest working members in Bullet Club, which is Tama and Loa, right? Because they're not dead weight. Like, don't tell me they're dead weight. But if you are going to be kicking them out your own way, this is a reset for Bullet Club in general. They're probably going to like expand into the territories again of like, you have Bullet Club America, which is the fucking Hollywood t-shirt. And I really hate that t-shirt because it's fucking stupid. the first time that I saw Jay and the Good Brothers and Chris Bay reveal the Hollywood version of the t-shirt, I'm like, yo, the Good Brothers have no sense of creativity. Like I have no idea who decided to make it, but I'm just gonna blame it on the Good Brothers just because. There's no sense of creativity there. Like, really, you're gonna say the Hollywood Bullet Club logo? Like, the first thing I thought was that Cody was gonna rejoin Bullet Club, which I do not want. So, Wrestling Universe, do not send Cody to Bullet Club because I cannot stand it. The first time around was fucking stupid. He didn't need to be there. He already has a name. It's Cody Rhodes. He just hasn't really understand how to bank off of his own like historic last name. And so it's just kind of mind-boggling that somebody would want to make a name off of Jay White's name, and Jay doesn't really like that shit. So why the Good Brothers wanting to be back in Bullet Club when, like I said, they said it themselves, if they defeat GOD, Bullet Club dies with Gorillas of Destiny. But yet then, Jay is like, yeah, we're Bullet Club now. What? How does that make sense? Anyway, at the end of the tag match, back in the New Japan Cup of Fale and Taiji taking on Jeff Cobb and the Great Khan, Fale and Taiji pick up the victory against United Empire. And you could just see there's a sort of like, how can I explain it? I don't want to say defeat feeling coming from Fale, but it's sort of like a disappointment in a way, I guess. And Fale decides to go underhanded with the Too Sweet, and Taiji follows. And that's all there is about that. We'll see what happens with the backstage comments. They're probably going to come out later on tonight. And then I guess I'll talk about it in the official longer, not really longer podcast episodes, but like specific podcast episodes that are not so free-formed like this live stream. But I really do want the New Japan Cup this time around to be story-filled, because the Bullet Club story is the hottest thing going. There's no other stories in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now. Not really. LIJ is doing their own thing. Sanada is champion. Congratulations against Sanada. The United Empire just got back together, so there's no like turmoil or anything like that. Chaos is doing his own thing. Okada is doing his own thing. Like, there's no other story other than this Bullet Club drama, and I'm so invested in it because it's really gonna be good. It really is. I have no other insider information. I'm left in the dark as much as everyone else is, and we are watching it as it unfolds. And yeah, we totally miss, Tama. Tama is definitely like a light in everything that happens. Tama is like the best to feel like you're your family in a way, and then to get betrayed. It's sort of like, yo, you betrayed us too. Like, what is this? Like, we welcomed you into the family and stuff, It's like a mafia type thing, We welcomed you into the family. You fucked up, and, now you gotta pay for it. Other than that, that's how, like, my storytelling goes. That's why I love, what I do, and I love being a writer. And I really wish that I was a writer for WWE, but, that never happened. They weren't going to switch me over to the writers department when I asked them to before they let me go. But they should have, because, with me, they probably would have some really hot storylines and be like, all right, let's think outside the box. All I really want is to make sure that I'm able to guide the wrestlers to all of their potentials and make sure that their characters make sense. Make sure that the stories make sense. Because right now I can tell you that the only small thing that doesn't make sense in this whole entire Bullet Club story is the stipulation, so to speak, of the Good Brothers saying that if they defeat GOD, that Bullet Club dies with the Gorillas of Destiny. So if Bullet Club dies with the Gorillas of Destiny, why are you still calling yourselves Bullet Club over in Impact? Like, why? It makes no sense. That is where I would have been like, hey, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's think about this a little bit more, because that doesn't make any sense at all. So that's the only convoluted thing. Other than that, everything seems to be going on a very slow path. And we're getting more questions than answers, and we're getting more theories than answers. And I really do love theories and stuff like that, and just, saying how I feel about things and breaking stuff down to the best of my ability. But yeah, I am going to call it there. Only because like I have nothing else to talk about. I just wanted to quickly come on here, do a quick live stream of talking about Bullet Club drama, talking about the New Japan Cup, talking about nights 1 and night 2. And if you are over on the Twitter side, make sure you follow me at Marie_Shadows, and to know when I go live. I usually just put updates over there. And then also to follow me here at Twitch, because I am trying to reach Twitch affiliates. So make sure to hit that follow button, twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows. You can also support me at the coffee page, where you can buy me an iced coffee for $3. There's no commitment at all. So think of it like a Patreon, but it's a good way for creatives like me. So head over to ko-fi.com/Marie_Shadows as well. The regular podcast versions will be on anchor.fm/Square Circle Podcast. And also the video version will be on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And there's more. I got Discords and stuff like that. Just be on the lookout for all my social medias. I'll find a way to put them all together. But I do want to thank Mike for coming in and chatting with me. Switchblade GT coming in for chatting with me for like a little bit, and then getting me hyped up about Bullet Club stuff and drama and Twitter drama. And I really do think we gotta stop gatekeeping in the New Japan community. People out there know who they are. If not, it's not really difficult to see who it is. But yeah, there's no point in gatekeeping when people want to learn, when people want to have fun, and when people just want to be fans and be like, that was wrong that what Jay did, and or that Evo is not going to be the next leader, or whatever the case may be, whatever opinion they have, they're having fun. And I don't think we need gatekeepers in the New Japan Pro Wrestling fandom. Also, another thing too is that if you guys have not been playing the New Japan Strong Spirits mobile game, you guys should. That will be a regular series on here on this live stream right here at twitch.tv/Marie_Shadows. It will be exclusive to Twitch only. So it will not be appearing on YouTube. I'm so sorry. You guys are going to have to get the replay when I do that. But I will go live. You will know when I will go live via Twitter and what I'll be streaming. And if I'm streaming the New Japan Strong Spirits game, it's only going to be on Twitch. Other than that, I do thank you guys for coming in for a little bit, watching me talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling, get super excited about Bullet Club stuff. Just because, this is the kind of wrestling that gets me invested, gets me excited, and, kind of speaks with me because I'm a writer and I like figuring this stuff out. I could be a detective for this one, but other than that, that's all it is. So I'm just gonna play us out with some more copyright free music. Please follow the channel, help me get to affiliate status. So yeah, that would be fantastic. It is still a little bit early in the day. Today is AEW Revolution, so go and enjoy that because we all love professional wrestling, right? I really do hope that we do. We wouldn't be here if we didn't love it. So yeah, let me play you guys out some
We know home is where the
some
heart
stuff,
is. It's our eat,
and
work, play,
then
everything.
See you in the next one. Enjoy a little bit of music playing you guys out.
If your heart is low